Greetings, Nakanos. We just read Please, Mr. Panda, so now we're going to do a little bit of drawing. And guess what we're going to draw? The panda. So excited for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a drawing where you can have your paper either horizontal or vertical. It's your choice. I'm going to draw mine horizontally because that's what works best for me. All right, let's get started. First, I'm going to erase this drawing that I've done so we can start from the very beginning. Here we go. All right, friends. Instead of drawing the panda first, we're actually going to start with his box of donuts first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start near the right-hand side of the paper, and I'm going to start by making two diagonal lines up. And I'm going to make a little bit of space in the middle of them. Then I'm going to connect the top line down to the bottom line, and the top line down to the bottom line. This is going to be the place where we display all of our donuts. Display means show all of them. So we're going to start by making the donuts in the box. To make the donuts, it's very easy. All you're going to do is make two circles side by side, and then above them, two circles side by side, and again, two circles side by side. My son would say this looks like a Lego to me, and it kind of does to me also. So we're going to make some circles inside of those circles to show the donut holes. So I'm going to go back, dot color in, dot color in, dot color in on all of these. I think it would be fun after you get to do all of the parts of the draw as I draw to decorate all the donuts in different ways. There's so many different kinds that you could do. I'm excited for you. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making the donut box. We want it to look 3D. We're not going to do all the parts of the box. We're only going to do a couple parts, and then we'll add more details as we go. So I'm going to find the corner that's the farthest down first. And I'm going to start with my pencil in that corner, and I'm going to make a little vertical down. Then I'm going to find the corner that's closest to the very edge of the paper, and I'm going to make another little line down. Then guess what? We're going to make a diagonal to connect. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to go diagonal down, 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 connect. Normally, I would have you make a line down to connect the rest of the box right now, but we're not going to do it this time because we want to show his hand holding the box. So we're going to hold off on that detail. Bear with me. Get it? Bear. We're drawing a panda. This is funny stuff. I hope you're taking notes. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start near the edge of the box, and I'm going to make a vertical line down, 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 all the way down to the bottom of the page. This is going to start to be the shape of the panda's body. Next, I'm going to start up in the top corner here, and I'm going to make a rainbow over, 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 down, 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 stop. Now we have our whole shape of the bear's body. You're going to notice that I was a little bit off with where my vertical line is. But again, this is why we have erasers on our pencil. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to take poor Jada's sock, and I'm going to erase this line. And I'm going to scoot it over a little bit. I'm going to imagine where it might come down to be even. It's not perfect, but a little better. Okay, our next step that we're going to do is we're going to start on the side of the body. We're going to go over to the donut box. And once we touch that corner, we're going to curve around and back. At this point, if I had color crayons, I would color the arm blacks to show the contrast that a panda bear has, but I don't have black, so you're going to have to imagine that for now. When you go back, make sure that you color small spaces at a time, you stay in the lines, and you go back and look for white spots, just like we do at school. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the side of this panda's body, and I'm going to go over, curve, up. There's the second arm. Again, this part would be black as well because it's his other arm. Both arms are black. I didn't choose the colors. That's how it is. Next, I'm going to start on his panda ears. I'm going to go above the head, and I'm going to make an oval for an ear. Remember, an oval is a flatter circle. And then on the other side, I'm going to make an oval for an ear. He has a very cute nose. Normally, we've been doing our noses so that they look like the upside down triangles. Today, we're going to be a little bit different. I'm going to start in the middle of his face right here, and I'm going to start by making a cup to the side. It looks like he's smiling. But then on the top, instead of making a curve to connect, I'm going to go little hump, little cup, little hump, connect. It reminds me of a heart, okay? So kind of a jelly bean heartish shape. This is going to get colored in, and since it's a small space to color, I'm going to go ahead and color it in so that you can see what the face is going to look like when it's finished. So I'm going to pay careful attention. I'm going to start with a small space. I'm going to color in the lines, and hopefully since I'm coloring in these small spaces, I won't have to go back and look for white spots. All right, not too bad at all. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little vertical line down from his nose, and then I'm going to cross it with a horizontal to the side. That's his very serious looking face. He looks more and more bearish the more that we draw. Next, we're going to do the eyes, and Panda's eyes are pretty neat because it has a small part, and then the coloring around his eyes almost looks like he has a larger eye around it. Crazy. So we're going to start with the small part of his eyes first. I'm going to make a all the way around closed circle and an all the way around closed circle. Inside the circles, I'm going to make a little circle color in, a little circle color in. Now the last time that I made this, I made his eyes looking forward, so I made the circles right in the middle. This time he looks like he's kind of looking up in the air. That's fine. You can choose where your eyes are going. Okay, the next step is we're going to add those black fur patches that go around Panda's eyes. So I'm going to start by making a little rainbow over the eye, little rainbow over the eye, and then I'm going to go over, curve, up, other side, over, curve, up. And I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to color in all the way to the original small circles that I made. So I'm going to do the same thing that I always do. I'm going to make sure that I stay in the lines and go back to look for white spots. Is this a race or not a race? Not a race. You guessed it. It's not a race. There's no sort of big trophy you're going to get at the end of your drawing because you finished first. It's not the person who finishes first that wins the race. It's the person who does their very best. Okay? I'm going to do my other eye now. I'm going to color in these small parts all the way to the eye, and I've got to make sure my speed is not too fast, not too slow, just right, that Goldilocks speed, because I want to make sure that you can still see the eye inside of these black patches. Might as well go back and color in these ears. See how I'm using my circle coloring to get this shape of the ears all colored in well. And I've got to do that sneaky line now down at the donut box to make it truly look like a 3D box. So I'm going to start at the corner and I'm going to go diagonal to his paw. Now, the last step that we're going to do is make sure that our bear has legs, and the legs look just like pants to me because the legs are all black. So I'm going to start about halfway down in the body. I'm going to make a line across. Then I'm going to go down from the middle and curve. And then I would color these spaces in black as well. Okay? Our very last step is to add that hat on the top that he's wearing through the whole book. Donuts. We're going to add that, but we're not going to write any of the letters on that. I'm going to let you do that as an at-home project. Start between the two ears, little vertical up, space, little vertical up, little smiley to connect. From here, it's all that you need to do is finish using your own colors. When you have everything all finished, you're going to take your two fingers like this and your thumb like this. You're going to put them together and say, "Mwah! Masterpiece." Happy creating, friends. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.